Hey everyone, this is OxyJex3. I'm a Twitch streamer. Decided just to do a little bit of a video here today to sort of show you guys what I do in a lot of games to increase my performance from my graphics processor. One thing to keep in mind is when you do a clean install of drivers, it will remove all of your game profiles. And I've recently done a clean install, so I haven't actually got any profiles set up. So the simple way to do this is right click on the NVIDIA control panel, and from here you then go into manage 3D settings, which is this button here. I usually leave global settings stock. Okay, so I don't really want my game settings to be in Windows. These are basically whatever game or whatever Windows application you run will automatically run on these 3D settings. So I'll leave them the way they are. I like to individually set program settings. When I identify there's a program with micro stuttering or it just doesn't quite feel right, I'll usually come in here and have a bit of a play around. You can adjust, like you can basically force anisotropic filtering, anti-aliasing, make it use CUDA GPUs, force it to use like a certain GPU to do the CUDA in the program. So if you're running like 3D processing and stuff like that, you'll use this menu to actually decide what you're going to what GPU your application is going to use. So in this case, we're going to do Tarkov today. But this process remains the same for whatever application you're looking for. So we click Add, and we go up here. So here we go. We've actually got Escape from Tarkov listed here. If your application or game isn't listed in here already, or it isn't even listed in this menu here, so you check this menu first. I know Tarkov isn't in there because it's not a 3D supported game by NVIDIA, so I have to add it separately. And from here, like you can see, here's PUBG as well. So I would, when I go to play PUBG next, I'll definitely be adding that in here because I literally gain an extra 30 frames a second from doing this same setup with PUBG. But for this video, I'm just going to show you Tarkov, as that's the main game I'm streaming right now. So here we go. Add selected programs, Escape from Tarkov. Now you notice it basically imports all the same global data I had before in here. So we're just going to scroll down and just select a few items here. Maximum pre-rendered frames, 1. This can introduce a little bit of screen tearing and stuff like that. I personally don't. I'm immune to it. If you don't like the way it looks, this would be the first setting that you start raising. You know, raise it to 2 or 3. But what this setting here will do is this will eliminate input lag. Okay. Or reduce input lag. The next setting I'll change will be power management mode. Prefer maximum performance. I want the graphics card to know that I want it to thump in this game. I don't want it to go easy on it. And I'm not saying it will go easy in most games. I mean, if you're at 100% CPU, it's going to do it. But I don't want it trying to optimize power. I want to play the game. Preferred refresh rate. I usually just bump this on highest available anyway. You don't need to. Your game will set it automatically. You're basically overriding game settings when you're doing this. This will force your frequency. That can come in handy in games where they say they're only 60. You know, it only lets you select 60 hertz for your monitor, and you have 144 hertz like I do, or 120, 100, whatever your monitor supports. This will give you a highest available refresh rate for your resolution selected. The other option that we're going to select is threaded optimization. So we're going to select this to on. Okay, and I think that's one of the keys here. If we read the description for that one, it says this setting allows you to simply decide if you would prefer performance. No, that's false. NVIDIA, what are you giving me here? Here we go. This list box contains. Nah, okay, so this really... okay, thank you, NVIDIA. Your descriptions are a lie. There we go. Description allows applications to take advantage of multiple CPUs. Okay, so even though you'll see that it's using multiple CPUs already, it's almost like it's not talking with your video card properly. For some reason, I find I turn this threaded optimization on even without those other settings, and it usually adds an improvement, especially I noticed it in PUBG. But for me as well, this maximum pre-rendered frames to 1, that's another big one for me. Power management mode, I'm not, I don't know. I don't know if it does anything, but I just change it anyway. Like, why not? Really, that's pretty much all I'm going to leave it with there. I personally also just like to turn vertical sync off. I force it off. I never use it personally. I don't care about G-Sync, FreeSync, all that. I think they're gimmicks. I find that I get input lag when I use them. I've tried them. I've tried friends' PCs. I mean, me, I'm just sensitive to input lag. I always have been. And, you know, it's kind of like, 120 hertz, 100 hertz, 144 hertz. I've found that ever since the start, I've always, coming from a 85 hertz CRT monitor going to a 60 hertz LCD when LCDs were a big thing, and I got my first 1 millisecond 19-inch Samsung LCD. The biggest kind of a nuisance I had with it was literally going from 85 hertz to 60 hertz, but the image quality on the LCD smashed the CRT. So it was kind of a trade-off. Do I want the games to look better, or do I want that extra refresh rate and heat as well? Obviously CRTs, you could cook an egg on the back of them when they've been running for a few hours. So yeah, anyway, I hope my little tutorial there helps. We'll just click apply. And just for the sake of it, let's just run through it again, because it saves me doing it later. I may as well do it for you guys here, just to show you other games. So look, Rainbow Six here. I know Rainbow Six is another one that likes it. So let's just go threaded optimization on, preferred refresh rate, highest available, power management mode. Okay, great. You gotta love these applications. They love just moving everything around. I'm actually dealing with input lag because I'm looking at an output here on my other screen of my invisible screen to record this video for you. So I'm dealing with a bit of mouse input lag right now. So, but then again, it is what it is. Maximum pre-rendered frames 1, apply. Okay, so all the same settings again. It takes a moment for it to save it. You click apply and there is a little bit of a delay. All right, and let's add PUBG. We'll do another one just so everyone gets it. I would also do it for Fortnite as well. Okay, like I'd basically add it for pretty much every game, and then if I find that it has an adverse effect on what the performance I was getting before, I'd just remove it. Like this is just a sort of simple way just to override some settings that sort of by default. Let's just say by default these games run in like a fail-safe mode. They run in a mode that is gonna at least work for every game, the most compatible, but by changing these options, these allow you to potentially unlock these games, and like I said, in Overwatch you turn threaded optimization to on and the game runs like absolute filth. The game runs fantastic with it in stock settings, so why would you bother? Anyway, there you go. So I've just set up another 2 profiles quickly for other games. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that this helps any graphical issues. I've got a Maxwell GTX Titan X, and I notice a big difference when I use these. Friends that I have that have got 1060s and 1080s have both put these settings on their games and have started religiously doing this with their games on the NVIDIA profile, and they also agree that it makes a hell of a difference for them. So, I'll leave it up to you guys to decide. But, I for the 2 seconds it takes, test it out, see if it works for you. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, turn it off. But yeah, if you like the video, come check out my Twitch stream sometime. It's just Oxyjex, OXIJEX3. I'm streaming a lot of Tarkov at the moment, which I'm totally addicted to, and pretty sure everyone that gets the game either hates it, loves it, or, is just totally, utterly addicted like I am. So, thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to start streaming some Tarkov. Cheers, everyone.